This is a tool that I have wanted for years. I have looked, but the prices were so high and I wasn't for sure if I was going to use them. So I finally got in touch with Mileseey, and they sent me out this thermal camera. And I wasn't for sure if it was really going to be that much more useful than what my temperature gun is. But once I got it and started using it, I can definitely see where this is going to be of a great benefit and is going to save me way more money than the cost of the machine in the long run. So let me show you a few features and what I have found with this device. So the first thing, it comes in this nice little case, looks like a sunglass case. And when you open it up, all it is a thermal camera. Now you can use it like a camera, just like this, and can walk around, and it connects wirelessly to your phone, or you can flip these little tabs out, and then this stretches and it will clip on the back of your cell phone. Kind of like if this was your cell phone, you know, which cell phones are smaller than that, but it would just clip right on there, and then it actually looks like part of the cell phone. It's got a USB-C charging port. It comes with a USB-C wire. I just plug it into my cell phone charger, and you know, it works fine. You just turn it on, and then we will open the app, and I'll give you a screenshot and show you how well this thing works. Once you open the app, you got your home screen here. Now, I can press this bottom left-hand button, and that brings up these three little crosshairs. And let me turn all three of them off. And so now we have on the right-hand side of the screen, where you can see it's like 72 to 82 degrees. So there's a 10-degree fluctuation on everything on the screen, but what's the hottest, what's not. And so when we come over here, and the white one is the center. So now you see in the top left-hand corner, that is the temperature of what the center is on. So if I wanted to see just how hot this is, where my dust collection is coming through the wall, so I'm looking at about 83 degrees right there. I can bring this up and turn on the red one. And as you see, as I move around, that red one's going to keep jumping to the hottest area on the screen. And so I'll know wherever that red one's at, that is the hottest area on the screen. I turn on the green one, and that's going to show me the coldest area on the screen. So right now I can hold this in one spot, and I can tell you right over there where the dust collector is going to be about 83 degrees. And where I got that little metal tray down there, it's about 72, and then where the center is 75. So that works fantastic, and I've used this a bunch, and it really can help out when you're looking at a big area of, you know, if there's not a huge temperature change, like on the screen right now we've got a 10-degree temperature change. If it's only a 3 or 4 degree temperature change, sometimes everything can kind of look somewhat similar in color, and by having those crosshairs on, it will let you identify the hottest and the coldest spot on the screen. Move over to the next one. Now this is our different cameras, because we've got the thermal camera up now, but if I click here, that just changes us over to the regular camera. Now if I click on this one here, it's going to have the thermal camera image in the center of our regular camera. However, you see like the red one is still over there on the dust collection pipe, and that green one is still jumping around on that little metal tray, because even though we are not scanning those areas with the thermal image on the screen, the camera itself is still scanning it thermally, and it's still identifying the hottest and the coldest spots on the entire screen, not just what has the thermal area. So like, okay, we say that's hot, so I can actually look over here and see just what the difference is of the temperature. Or I can come over here and actually do an overlay where it's both cameras are showing at once, and then I've got this slider up here at the top where I can have it more of the thermal, or I can have it more of the regular camera. And you know, again, that's just going to be on personal preference. We come over here to the third option, and let me go ahead and go back and change this to the thermal, and then we come over here and we can change the color scheme. So whichever one you particularly like, if you want the more chromatic or more of the rainbow colors. Again, I haven't found that one works better than the other. It's just what it is to you that kind of helps you identify your hot spots and your cold spots. All right, so I'm here in my master bath and everything looks hunky-dory until I turn on the thermal camera. And look, there's a big hot spot right there. Apparently, whenever they were building this, and again, it's a cathedral ceiling over here, that last little cavity, which is very difficult to get into now that the house is built, apparently they didn't put insulation in that one little cavity back there. So I have to figure out now how to get back up in there and get that packed with insulation. And, so for 24 years, how much has that added to my electric bill? And as you see here, again, where the cathedral ceiling goes up, the little walls above 8 feet, definitely they did not insulate that well. And so now with this camera, I'm able to identify these hot spots and we'll be able to go up there and get that insulated, and will definitely be saving me money for years to come. All right, so here's the front of my little shop, and we just painted this dark, and you can see I put my dust collector out here, and the walls are supposed to have been a dark gray. However, they seem to be more black. And when I turn this on, we got a max 156 degrees here, and now it's 4:30 in the afternoon. But as you see the white barrel right there, that white barrel, let's see, center is 102. So we're talking 50 degrees difference in the temperature of that white barrel over, when I just move over to the wall right there, it goes 136 degrees. So, we're talking 35 degrees hotter. So maybe I need to rethink and get another color to paint my shop with. Right after I got this, my sister came down with her RV. They just got through redoing a bunch of stuff on it, and it was getting hot in there. The air conditioner wasn't keeping up. Thought, well, maybe it's because we're here in Florida and it's out in the middle of the sun. So maybe the roof needs more insulation in there. Well, we got out my old camera here, we scanned it, and she had gotten some heat reflective curtains that was supposed to keep the heat down inside. Well, it was 350 degrees on the windows. Come to find out, something to do with those curtains flipped them around the other way, and the temperature dropped in there by like 20-30 degrees. It's just little things like that one of these cameras here, they were about to spend tons of money to have the ceiling insulated when that wasn't the issue. Just like those little things I found in this house. I've been in this house for 24 years, and I'm finding out new things that can help me lower my electric bill. There's just a whole list of things. So if you've got a thermal camera, put it in the comments. What do you use it for? What's the best thing that you've found, or what's the most obscure thing? That way it'll give me and other people ideas of what all we can do with this camera. And definitely, I think once you ever get one of these in your hand, if you're a handyman like myself, you're going to find all kinds of stuff that's going to make it well worth the price. So until next time, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, because I know I will. So be sure to hit that like button, and if you're not already, subscribe, and I will be seeing you on the next one.